Hello, Michael.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey,
what are you doing? I'm not supposed to be recognised.
Well, you're not very
I'm not supposed to be recognised.
So what's this new guise that you're in?
Well, it's a new title now because what's happened now, things have moved on apace, and I'm more famous than I realise, and I'm studying human behaviour. I thought...
So I first recorded you about 3 years ago.
Yes, I know you did record me a lot, but like I said, everything's moved on at a rapid pace, and I used to have a title for my book, which used to be anything that has happened to me. Now I've changed the book to, the new title for the book now is going to be New Thoughts on Gender and Behaviour.
So how's the book project going?
And the book project is going absolutely fantastic. I've now got a professional photographer all lined up. He works for the Ministry of Defence. I don't want to give his name just yet. That will be a secret. We've got to keep a few secrets in this world, especially in the way I dress. Because I now dress flamboyantly and artistically.
So what's the meaning behind it all?
Well, the meaning behind it all, because when you filmed me before, Chris, I said I stopped cross-dressing. Well, I have stopped cross-dressing. Cross-dressing to me is old hat, stereotype, and gives the wrong image.
What's
I am now, hang on a minute, Chris, I haven't finished. I am now celebrating my masculinity. I am more than one dimension. I am many dimensions. And so is everybody else out there. And this one dimension comes from indoctrination. Indoctrination starts in the woman's womb. And then when it says, they say, is it a boy or is it a girl? Then they start saying, well, the boy must play with tanks and the girl must play with dolls. This is old hat now, Chris. I am a Southwestern League footballer. I am a table tennis player. I am an artist. I am creative. I have masks, I have dolls, I have everything. So I like everything in the world now, Chris. Not half. So I like to say to you now, Chris, that I am trying to bring down the barriers between men and women. Women want equal rights. Men want equal rights. So why can't we dress how we please? That is the most sensible way of looking at things. Tolerance is the key, Chris.
Thank you, Michael. And what's the feedback on it so far?
The feedback on it has been marvellous. People have been photographing me. They've been putting me on the mobiles. I attend the fantastic Wheeler's Pub at Tall Point on a Saturday night. I have about 20 films made of me. Some are tongue-in-cheek ones, because I kiss all the girls. I do very erotic dancing, and I have a wife. I tell my wife all this because she's in a care home. I looked after her for many, many, many years. She's now been in a care home for at least 5 years now, going on for 6 years. So for someone who worked in the dockyard for 27 years, a macho man, I'm now celebrating my masculinity. And that's all it is, Chris.
And do you still keep in touch with anybody from the dockyards?
Yes, I have done. But like I say, I'm moving on a bit in age now. There's a person, I don't like to name them because in case they don't want to be named, but I get a Christmas card from him every year. And I often think, well, I love to let him see how I look. We don't meet up that much because he is not that well, and I still send him a Christmas card. and he worked in the dockyard as a foreman's writer. Now, he will know who he is.
So how close do you think you are to getting the book published?
Well, as you can see, Chris, I am covered up, and I will show you my face in a minute. But the book is 50 pages, and I'm going to do 100 pages because I don't want the book to be boring. I'm looking for a big publisher in America. A woman turned herself into a man for a year, and she published that book, and it sold 600,000 copies, and she just took royalties. Now, this is what I would like to do, Chris, for England and the world. This needs to be sorted out through a big publisher. The Torpoint Library, where I hold my Torpoint Art Club every Friday, has also given me permission to launch the book at the Torpoint Library, Torpoint, here in Cornwall, England. So everybody wants to back me, Chris. And here I am in my full glory. I will take my mask off. Will this be added on to the film, will it? Oh, good. Here I come over to Age UK for a meal, and they see me in my gorgeous dress. And
That's Age UK Plymouth, you're a volunteer there, aren't you?
Yes, I am a volunteer, and I entertain there, Chris.
Yeah.
And actually, my title now is called Spontaneous Entertainer Artist, and I teach for free.
Right.
I would like to bring up one thing which has been bothering me lately, is the dress codes.
Yes.
Now, dress codes were into private members' clubs really to stop bullying and fighting. But now we've moved on into the 2014, and I still see that certain clubs, mainly private members' clubs, are exempt from equal rights.
Yes.
I've looked at the equal rights booklet, and in there it says you may wear anything, and then it says exemptions, and in there you cannot go in certain garments. So I have asked for the dress code of a particular club in Torpoint, and I hope it will be forthcoming.
Thank you very much, Michael, and catch you again sometime.
Thank you, Chris. Here I come over to Age UK for a meal, and they see me in my gorgeous dress. And
That's Age UK Plymouth, you're a volunteer there, aren't you?
Yes, I am a volunteer, and I entertain there, Chris.
Yeah.
And actually, my title now is called Spontaneous Entertainer Artist, and I teach for free.
Right.
I would like to bring up one thing which has been bothering me lately, is the dress codes.
Yes.
Now, dress codes were into private members' clubs really to stop bullying and fighting. But now we've moved on into the 2014, and I still see that certain clubs, mainly private members' clubs, are exempt from equal rights.
Yes.
I've looked at the equal rights booklet, and in there it says you may wear anything, and then it says exemptions,